reminds me of a puzzle. All right, let's go.
Take two.
All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Ponyville Fandom Crusaders. I'm your host,
All right,
Heather18, and these are my co-hosts, TCD, or That Canadian Dude,
Hello.
and Joe Pretzelman718.
Hello.
And to repeat what I said earlier, this podcast was basically started on this idea. There's a lot of podcasts out there run by people who know what they're doing, and we thought, hey, what if we took that away? What?
I've heard
we
this
thought it was a good idea to try and run a podcast with three voice actors with no broadcasting experience.
Hey, it worked last time and entertained people, so why not do it again?
Indeed. 28 viewers!
So here's how the show is going to be working. We are going to be interviewing, people of the fandom, those who are kind of making their names out there. And we're getting people who are known, those who kind of have a name, and even those who are, trying to get their start. And we are more than happy to kind of give them a little push and have people go, oh, these guys are pretty great. And that's what we're doing today with our guests, Bal Bronies and the shipping and handling crew. On this first episode, Fanfiction Propaganda, where these projects are basically based off fanfictions and either are made into animations or audio plays. So let's introduce our first guest, Bal Bronies.
Woo!
With
Woo!
Roy Fury, the director.
Also known as Rocking Double K on the YouTube channel.
And we have Dan, who is the co-director and the voice in Know Your Mare.
Hello there.
Hi.
Excuse me. The voice is having a rough night.
Insert your own Inception joke here.
You're going through the mic wrong again. Fool!
And also with us today is the shipping and handling crew, with the writer of the original fic, Shipping and Handling, Pegasus Rescue Brigade.
Hi, everybody.
And the audio director, Silent Matin Horine Icod.
Hello, everyone.
And I said it right. Haha.
Yes, you did.
We also have the voice actors, such as Julius Caesar, the character for the lead, one of the leads, I mean. Who plays,
I'm playing Autumn Breeze.
Yes, he plays Autumn Breeze. I can't talk for right now.
Work on your words.
I'm working on my words.
Mm-hmm,
We also have Miss Akari Shipper, who plays Dinky Doo in the project.
Hi.
And then we have Gutius Serenade, who plays the boss of the shipping and handling fic itself, Dr.
Yes.
Candy.
I am Dr. Candy Floss. Nice for all of you to join us this evening.
And then we have that hyperactive fellow, KJ Ukami, who plays Watt.
Is this voice grating on your nerves yet? Don't worry, it'll get there.
And then we have that adorable little girl, Lauren Freeman, who plays Apple Bloom.
I'm Apple Bloom. Buy some apples.
Enjoy your time while you have it, kid, because as soon as you leave, I am going to be swearing up a storm.
And
So mean.
that
The
is
sad thing is,
all,
it is true.
and that is all the cast. There's nobody else here.
Yep, nobody here. Although I've heard rumors that there's some person who plays, I don't know, some character, I don't know, Dancy Dork or something.
She's not important.
Needs more cactus.
All right,
Cactus.
and I'm also in shipping and handling. I play Ditsy Doo, the main character.
Self-promotion for the win!
Main character.
But I will not be being in character at all.
Sad face.
And oh my god, we actually got through introductions! Hooray!
Woo!
Yeah.
For the second time!
For
Second
the
time.
second time.
Luke, get the champagne.
You can also
Go
probably
on.
tell that Joe plays Professor Layton, and he has done a thing called Layton Shaw, if you haven't heard of it.
It's not
I'd say.
called that in the video title, but yes, that's what I call it.
Chin up, old boy.
Come on. Alrighty, so we're going to be interviewing Bal Bronies first. We have some questions here, but mine are probably going to be a little more serious, and TCD, he has his own ideas for questions.
I was told nothing in advance other than to be terrified.
You were told to be terrified? I wasn't. Uh-oh.
I was told there would be candy. Where's the candy?
It's in the back of my van.
I heard money.
Just go.
I heard back of my van.
What?
There's free cue marks.
That's where I'm keeping the candy. I keep it in a box in the back of my van. For some reason, nobody believes me.
Well,
Nobody believes me.
probably cut. I'm not even
So
going
sad.
to.
I just want to give people candy and make some use out of my van.
Come, Luke. I have candy in my van. We don't need his candy.
Okay, let's get.
Don't do it, Luke. You have to solve a puzzle to get it.
Moving on.
How did you know my master plan?
Heather, allow me.
See? There we go. All right.
Back on schedule.
Joe, TCD, let's get with the interviews.
Woo!
We're going to be the Bal Bronies crew.
Yes.
Are you two ready?
Indeed.
Born ready.
Are you ready,
Let us rock
kids?
and roll.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Alrighty, so I will start with the first question.
Oh boy.
I'm excited.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh, no.
So,
Yes.
the writer of Know Your Mirror is not here tonight, so I'm going to be asking. So, what I would like to know is, like, how did you approach the writer when it came to the project?
That would be me. I was, we were just starting up the Bal Bronies channel, and we needed something to kick it off, something that would get subscribers, and so that we could actually have so that we could have an audience for when other people would start to join BB and post stuff. And we will be opening BB shortly, but that is not the question. So anyway, I was derping around on FimFiction one day because I was bored and I liked some of the stories on there. And I ran into something very, very fun at the in the feature box called Know Your Mirror, and I was like, what is this? And the description said all that parody thing, and I was like, oh, I loved all that as a kid.
Well, who did?
And yeah, it was like one of the.
Well, thankfully you outgrew your disability.
Oh.
Okay then. And so I messaged him and you know what, he was excited. He was like, totally do it. It was just like a PM over FimFiction, and today we are still in contact and he is happy every time we post a new episode.
It was a wonderful case of circumventing power. See, Overlord Flinks was on board, and I received a call from Daniel telling me that he had found this wonderful project that we might be able to do.
Indeed.
No, but it was great. We were trying to find something to kick it off. It never really started as something that was supposed to be as much as it turned into, but definitely not disappointed in it at all.
Neither am I. It's great.
Alrighty. Well, I asked my first question. Who of the hosts wants to go next?
I hand the baton over to you, Sir Joe.
Oh,
Okay.
no. You go ahead. So you good.
No, you should have this honor, good Sir Joe.
Rock, paper, scissors, lizard, Spock. Just kidding. Anyway.
But how would we possibly do rock, paper, scissors over an audio stream? We can do it in Star Wars The Old Republic, but
Clearly
we can't
the
very
correct answer. Yes, we could open Star Wars The Old Republic and do it in there.
All
For
right.
the uninitiated, me and Joe
I
spent
think that- I
way too
think
many
that would-
sleepless nights in that game.
Next
Yes.
question.
Okay, so. And now.
Joe, I think I know.
What?
I think I know what we could do. Heather, ask us a second question.
Okay, fine. I'll ask a second question, and you guys can think of a new one.
I just have to make sure that I'm
And we will
asking the
actually
right-
now
Well, that
try to figure out what we're
accelerated
gonna
quickly.
ask.
Yes.
I told you guys you could pick something from mine or create your own. obviously.
All right.
Listen, but I can go ahead and go. So here's my second question. So how about you guys tell us the process of gathering your cast and crew? Like, I know your animations for the first 3 episodes were by the guy who did the stuff like Lord of the Rings, reenacted by ponies, and
yes, Jacob
Kitts.
Right, Jacob Kitts, or JJK Movies.
And you have and like also for the first episode you had a pretty good Twilight Sparkle, and I think I saw her in other stuff. I just don't remember her username right now.
MH188 or Meredith Sims. She is the Twilight Sparkle in Fighting is Magic.
Yes, that's probably where I heard it. So, how about you tell us like about approaching them and also how that came along?
It really started when we actually didn't even have a project on board yet. We were just trying to get a crew together that we could consult given different things, and we started by trying to find obviously the main 6. And so Daniel and I, over a Skype call, was with actually my original co-founder, who dropped off the face of the earth. But it was the 3 of us going across YouTube looking for preferably not the most well-known voice actors and voice actresses for the different characters.
Mm-hmm.
And we went through, and basically if they had any kind of a demo reel or anything like that, or we saw their name pop up in a video that they voiced or something in, and we would go through all of those, and then the 3 of us would sit down and discuss which one of them we liked the most, and then we chose 2 or 3 out of that group and sent them out messages, and on all of them we only really got 1 person, which was surprising. But now our crew is expanded quite a bit, and we actually have more than 1 voice actress for each character in some situations.
So we kind of have like we have understudies for some characters. So if, for example, I mean, I know he said not well-known people, but we do have Rena-chan for Twilight.
Yes.
If she can, it's just she wasn't available to do Twilight for Know Your Mare, so we fell back to the understudy for their understudies for each other. There's not one that's higher.
Really has priority.
Yeah.
And before it became asked, no one is strictly 1 character at all. We have Rena-chan as Twilight, but we also have Rena-chan as an understudy for Noah King as Vinyl Scratch as well, because they both do an excellent job.
Oh yeah.
But you're familiar with that, aren't you, Heather?
Maybe I am.
The great and powerful
Trixie.
That's someone called Seth.
Yes.
Or should I say the
Speaking of which,
and
tomorrow's
powerless.
episode, Trixie's back.
How dare you say that about Trixie?
We did it, Dan! We did it!
Is that her in the chat?
I believe so. Hello, No Whacking.
Hello.
Hey, No Whacking.
And hello also
hi.
to the
That's
numerous...
right, there's officially someone in the chat more interesting than any of us.
This is a success.
No. And also hello to the various editors and stuff of shipping and handling.
Yes.
If I could end.
Okay, so what about like going to the animator? Because I know he's not going to be sticking around. Is he still going to be sticking around for the Know Your Mare stuff, or is he going to be like moving on?
He hasn't said anything specifically.
He originally came on board with us with the 3 animation contract, but we're not saying anything, and he hasn't said anything.
It's kind of like an awkward silence via email.
It's a very touch and go.
I see, because I know you have another animator who I got to know with when I saw the Agenda Kmart Crusader video.
Yeah.
And he also animated your Soren video.
Indeed.
Yes. And we're actually in the process of working on another comic adaptation.
We're having
really?
trouble. Yeah, we're having trouble exporting it, but yeah, it's like, I don't know. He's kind of dead right now too. So we're kind of we
It's
kind
a
of don't
bad
have
time
anything.
right now because we're all in college and it's all finals weeks, and he has.
And
no
we're all
grade.
poor.
We're all very
Yeah,
poor.
that's true.
People in chat, give us money.
Don't be going on my stream and asking for money.
Kyle, that was uncalled for.
Wait till
It's
you have
okay.
your own stream and ask for money.
Yes.
We're the only ones who can ask for money
cut
right now.
Deep.
I stole all the bits. To get
This
my
stream
fucking
cost
mark.
me $100.
Okay.
Don't remind me, good sir.
Okay, off topic. So, how I approached Jacob Kitts is I was already a fan of his reenactment series, you know, like Star Wars and The Matrix, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, so it was him and a bunch of other animators that I messaged, and then we didn't have anything up, so they just kind of brushed us aside. But Jacob, surprisingly, was honored that we sent him a message. He was like, sure, I'd be happy to. And he was actually anxious to get it done. Like the first Twilight Sparkle episode,
Yeah.
he was anxious. He like kept sending me an email. Do you have the lines yet? Do you have the lines yet? And so he's great. And with the newest episode we put out a few weeks ago, Applejack, he kind of tried a new angle with Know Your Mare. Instead of from like a front angle, he did like kind of an angle from the side. And it looked great. So yeah,
And
there we go.
it was the same with Tom. It was Tom and Jacob that really, really got us off the ground. Pretty much owe everything we have to those two guys.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay. So, does TCD or Joe have a question?
Well, it's a good thing I didn't ask the last question, because I would have asked the same question that you had just asked.
You mentioned.
So, I'll,
I do have one, actually. Going back to when you were mentioning the searching for voice actors, was there ever a point when you were out searching for voice actors where you found someone that was like say someone with a lesser name who was like right what you needed, that was the voice you needed, you contacted them, and they either didn't get back to you or said, nah.
Yep.
Who? Do you remember? I don't remember. Who?
It's not very
Kyle.
nice to say who it is because it was like three
You
people.
don't have to say, if you don't want to say a name, don't say a
It was,
name, but you could mention like
it was-
a character.
It was actually the first two people that I contacted for Rarity turned me down. The first person for Rainbow Dash turned me down, and let's see.
Wasn't it Applejack?
I had an Applejack never get back to me, just flat out never responded.
Were the
And then
rejections
I think there was this Vinyl Scratch character that blew me off until I messaged her a second time after had Rena-chan talk to her. But it was silly or something.
So, like, how did they reject you? Was it just oh, sorry, I'm busy, or I don't really feel like it, or who the hell are you? How did you get my email? I will throw up.
There was one that just said that she actually had a lot of requests to do stuff, and that she didn't want to say she could do it and then not be able to do it for us, which was extremely acceptable. I completely understood.
Totally.
But there were two of them that were literally just like, you have no followers. I don't really want to waste my time, kind of thing.
Exactly.
It was very depressing.
Which is why I'm so surprised that someone with as much caliber as Jacob decided to be associated with us.
Exactly. And we have a fantastic crew that decided to take the plunge and stick it out with us. People like you, Heather, Lauren is new, and then we have Miss Hikari Shipper. And I love every one of our voice acting team.
Miss Akari Shipper just left also.
Oh.
It's very depressing.
Sad day.
She was responsible for 3 of my 5 heart attacks today.
I can take that over. Got back up.
All right. Anyway, next question.
Well, Joe, do you have one, good sir?
all right. What is your favorite chapter? What is your favorite color?
Oh, geez.
Well, I think Dan and I might actually agree on something for the first time.
Oh, yeah. Is it Cherry Jubilee?
It is Cherry Jubilee by far.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Oh, if you guys want to just look at a 900-word chapter and not be able to breathe by the end of it, Cherry Jubilee.
let me just summarize it for you in the voice of the voice. Cherry Jubilee is the queen of double entendres. It's hilarious.
Oh, jeez.
Throughout the whole chapter,
Go on.
every insult that the voices, yes, by the point you get to Cherry Jubilee, there is 2 other voices joining the original voice.
Oh, jeez.
And
Spoilers!
Spoilers!
Well, if they read the fic, then it's not much of a spoiler.
Yeah. Well, anyway, the voices are just flinging insult after insult at Cherry Jubilee because that's the goal. It's
That's
like
what they do.
Trying to get them to crack and like go, what? No, Cherry Jubilee
Takes it in stride.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
She
takes it.
You know what I mean.
In the whole of the fiction, there's very few characters that actually basically defeat the voice.
Voices.
But she is not the one who defeats the voice. She is the one who humiliates him.
Oh yes.
Oh, so treated.
She takes everything that they say and just twists it into a horrible, smutty. Oh.
Well, for the
By the
sake
first
of...
question.
Well,
But there you go. That's our favorite chapter.
All right. So, next question. You had another. Didn't you say what's your favorite color too, Joe?
Oh, yeah, that was kind of a joke, but
Is your favorite color?
Blue.
Red.
There we go. Okay.
What is your question? We're getting the hard questions now, Dan. Are you prepared?
I am ready.
Well, for the next question,
of an unladen swallow?
It's a pretty basic question I have here. Who is your favorite pony? Pretty basic.
It is required by law that we place this question in every single interview. Just get it out of there. Just get it out of the way.
Okay.
Go for it, Dan.
It's so cliche, but Rainbow Dash. I'm sorry.
We will not fault you for that temporary.
I'm really sorry. I know it's like she is like loved by.
Well, I'll fault you.
Okay, yeah, he'll fault
I was
you.
about to say TCD might fault you for that.
But if excluding Rainbow Dash, just cause I'd probably have to say.
Yeah, I'll fault you for that.
Shining Armor for throwing his wife. And his voice. It's just really cool.
Starting a new equestrian sport.
Yes, wife throwing.
Wife throwing.
There's a fic about that, by the way.
The wife. Do you even lift?
Obviously.
Mine's kind of cheating because it's a trio that are all extremely close in my opinions. But that was weird. But my all-time favorite is Fluttershy, of course.
Yay.
Number 7.
And then right up with her, you're not a true Brody unless up in your list is Derpy Hooves.
Oh
damn.
Oopsie.
And then because in my opinion she's one of the most quickly put down and basically misjudged, one of my favorites is Trixie.
Tomorrow.
Why, thank you. Trixie
yes.
always loves to hear about her admirers.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Anytime.
Oh yeah, Trixie.
And oh wait, I'm also ditzy. Okay. No, I'm not gonna do it.
Victory!
Oh.
All three
Either
of my
way, you
favorite
are
poems are
his
in the
favorite.
chat.
Next question.
Okay. TCD, you there?
Yeah, I'm having. This is a heads up. I'm having some connection issues.
Okay.
Oh,
Aww.
what?
Well, did you have a question?
Sorry, I've been trying to fiddle with my connection for a bit, so I haven't really had a chance to think of
Oh,
one.
you want me to go?
Okay. Yeah, Joe, you can go.
If you don't mind, I'll have one in a minute.
All right.
Okay.
Once the
My
project
apologies,
is...
good sirs.
All right. Once the project is over, what do you plan on tackling next?
Well,
What's funny is that you think Know Your Mayor will actually be over.
oh,
You're all trapped for all
That is a
eternity.
good point.
There is.
in every single video, we're quickly reminded that the fiction doesn't end.
Well, it would seem that getting out of this will be quite the puzzle.
Appear to have cited some
I
tribulation.
see what you did there.
It's just there is currently I'm not sure how much, but he updates Overlord updates like
Just in groups of like 18 chapters.
yes.
It's
Let's see. I'm counting. I can't even count them. But
343.
There's pages of chapters. Do you think you
oh
have
yes.
There's pages of chapters.
Mm-hmm.
Computers can't scroll that far down.
No. So we
to
will be
to actually
always we will be tackling the next episode because
yes.
Well, is there any side projects you could be doing,
Exactly.
along with it?
well
The way that this call it what it is. This studio started out as was actually it's the project that started me on my search for the voice actors, and it was the project that the studio was originally going to be founded upon, and that is audio productions. And the funny thing is, earlier you said that this was based on fan fictions being animated or turned into kind of
An audio play.
space. Yeah,
audio plays.
And we're basically doing the same thing where we'll take a fan fiction, and then I'm trying to do it where the original idea was to just go all out with it. I was originally going to start the channel off on just dramatic readings, but that didn't sit well with me because it's just the same. Like pretty much only Mike the microphone can have that many different voices and the same strain of breath. But what we started to do, and my idea was to just go all out with it, and that's sound effects, background music, voice actors, the whole 9 yards. And so we actually have 2 separate projects that we're working on. Dan is working on one, and I am working on one. And there's previews actually up on our channel.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So everybody, if you want to see those previews, go to Bal Bronies.
Do it.
Do it now.
Okay, so any more questions before we move on to shipping and handling?
Yes. Are you going to be doing anything that's going to require a sexy Canadian in the upcoming weeks? No,
that depends.
I do actually have a question.
Can the sexy Canadian hold a tune?
Ooh.
Hell,
Don't
yeah.
reveal too much, Daniel.
I'm not going to
sing.
I can sing like nobody's business, but once again, we're not here to cast. We can talk about this later.
Yes.
What my actual question was,
You can jump out of
say
the
you guys,
cake later.
Yes, I will jump out of the cake later. I will make sure to wear the bikini. It will be fantastic.
Anyways, you have no idea.
Oh
how
gosh,
excited
that
I am.
mental image.
I'll play the sexy music.
Enjoy that. It's going to stay with you for the rest of your life. But anyway,
Someone actually had a question.
Yeah, so
I actually did have a question. Say your group managed to. This is a pure hypothetical. Say you managed to get like all the funding you need, access to whatever programs, equipment, whatever you wanted. What would your dream projects be?
Well, Dan,
We'd
did you want to go first?
We'd probably produce an episode of Know Your Mayor a week.
That would be amazing.
But we'd probably, I don't know. That's a tough one. I never really thought about it.
Really?
The dream project would probably be, I don't know. Just parodies, handwritten parodies, just of probably anything that comes to mind, really. It's just like, okay, what can I do to make the Bronies laugh today? Hey, this episode had something funny. Let's make something about it.
Yeah, that would be great. But the one thing that I've been really interested in, and it's one of the ideas that drove me to start the whole thing was that personally, I have a huge interest in computer programming and the way video games are programmed in particular. And I have a fairly good grasp of the Java programming language, and I'm working my way into learning Flash. So if I could have more time on my hands, my dream project would be able to produce either Flash games, mini games, or full-out video games based around the fandom, or particularly mini games based on fan fictions was my personal goal.
You mentioned that. I have ideas popping in my head now. Thank you, sir.
You and I could work well together.
Have you heard of a little fan fiction called The Many Love Lives of Duskshine?
Yes!
We need a dating sim. Now, start working on that.
Oh, boy.
You have your
I
you have
love
your
that
goal,
story.
work towards it.
Have you heard of anyone by the name of Hidden?
I can't actually
But
say I have.
that's actually one of the things I'm doing right now. Is I'm actually fiddling with like slight little simulators and things like that for doing different things. I'm currently trying to program a combat simulator, and I have a karma simulator that I finished. So the dating sim was going to be my first project, except it's humongous and I need help.
And it's kind of already being done. By like 3
Alrighty. So, Joe, did you have a question?
I have a list of questions here, actually, but I mean, if we need to move on, we can. They're not actually my questions, of course.
Oh, that's right. They're my questions.
Yes. Because
Well,
Derp.
For you see, Joe and Heather are actually the same person.
They're magical beings.
No, it's actually just the fact that I have not studied up on enough of these things to ask an informed question. But yeah.
Well, that's perfectly all right. But I think we should move on. That way we can get to the hilarity so much sooner when it comes to what we have planned.
Oh, are you saying I'm not funny enough?
I feel insulted. I've been doing my best.
Ouch.
Okay, the bigger hilarity, where you don't have to censor yourself.
Oh. I can look forward to this.
There. How's that? All right, so let's get to the shipping and handling crew.
Hey.
Woo!
Wee.
Yay.
Alrighty. So I think the first question we will ask is for Pegasus Rescue Brigade.
Sure.
So you're the crew reader of the fic, which is being turned into an audio play right now. So how did you come up with the fic? And maybe give those who maybe not have seen it, what's a little bit about.
Okay. Well, for anyone here who doesn't know what it is, Shipping and Handling is a story in which Ditsy Doo, as I refer to her in that story, although I'm fine with calling her Derpy Hooves too, loses her job at her mail delivery company and gets a new one as a matchmaker. If you pay attention to the title, you'll realize that the entire story is based on the play on the word shipping. With the original being shipping of packages and the latter being shipping of ponies. So, yeah.
Shipping, I just got it. Genius.
The entire premise was originally based just on that pun. And I thought of the basis for that, which formed the first chapter, and then went to bed or something. And the next morning I woke up and had ideas for 94,000 words of fan fiction in my head and just kind of spewed it all out over the next few months.
Okay. So that's... Oh. Sorry. So that's basically just the idea. So it just came to you? Was it this sounds fun?
Well, it's the story's composed of one large overarching story, which is made mostly of the original characters, a lot of which are in the chat right now. Breeze, Candy Floss, Watt, all their voice actors are here. That part I somehow came up with all at once, I think, and I'm not really sure how that happened. And the reason that it's such a long story is because most of it is made of mini stories, which are the individual shipping forays of our star Ditzy-Doo. And there's one of those in each chapter, usually after the part that is the ongoing piece of the story of the larger story that spans the entire fic.
Alrighty. Well, then this next question is for Silent. Like, how did you approach him about, the idea of the audio play?
Well, I basically, after I read the story in my computer, I was basically just reading this fic when I didn't have any access to my computer because it was getting upgraded, which didn't work. But anyways, that's another story. I just read the fic, and then I was like, had been wanting to make an audio play of a story for a while, and I was originally wanted to do one of just my own story, but I couldn't come up with anything to write about, so I was just like, this story is actually kind of nice, so I think I'm just going to make this into an audio play. So I sent Pegasus a note asking, hey, is it alright if I make an audio play of your story? And his response was, sure you can, but 3 guys have tried before and they haven't succeeded at all. So basically I just said, challenge accepted. And now we're here.
Now we are here.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, well, casting for a story with over 60 different roles in it is difficult, to say the least.
Yeah, that was probably the hardest part about this. The second hardest is getting all the lines in. I had to say it. I'm sorry, Heather. I have to say it.
It's official, Julius. You have been shamed in front of the internet. You must now do it.
I must know what?
Okay, yeah. You're right. You're not the only one. Julius is in that boat too.
I'm going to do it after I finish this 10-page paper.
All right.
I can't. Well,
Point
Joe,
fingers at Heather.
Joe, TCD, you guys have any questions despite the fact I don't think either of you has read the story?
I'm sorry, at the end of I don't read a lot of fan fiction.
I know, it's like just any questions at all? Any questions?
Well, on the topic of casting 60 voice actors, casting 60 characters, did you honestly get 60 voice actors?
No, you have a bunch of people that take multiple roles, like Heather. He does 4 characters, I believe.
Yeah, that's right.
Did you decide before you started? Here's one. Did you decide before you started this to cast everyone, or just to cast who you needed first?
Well, I wanted to cast every character, but later on, Pegasus was looking at the casting list that I put up, and he said, "You're missing a couple characters." I promptly flipped my desk. Still,
I heard it.
It's like you even posted a little advertising video of whoever you needed, and I remember Julius and KJ did a little thing behind it.
Yeah,
that was fun. Yep, that was fun. Working with Watt.
I think I still have it.
Working with what?
I wrote that script.
What do you want from me?
Go away.
Okay.
Who are you people?
So.
Okay, who gave Watt the tranquilizers?
Hello,
I pulled him out of his shed.
So, Joe, do you have any questions?
Joe, do you have any questions?
Joe, would you like me to lend you a question?
Yes, please. Please save me from this sinking ship that I am on.
Push him in the water! Push him in the water!
God.
Help! I can't swim.
I hope we're entertaining all of you.
Are you not entertained?
Ow.
Now.
No. Well, fine.
Oh,
Well then.
fine.
Oh well.
Man,
Fine.
you guys suck, man.
Don't have to be here.
Good idea, my little mouse.
I'll go make my own podcast with blackjack, hookers, back. Forget the podcast and the blackjack.
Cast.
Oh God. Okay, Joe, do you have a question?
Here's a question that I have been fed for the VAs.
Oh boy.
Yay.
How did you get casted? How exactly did you find your way into this production?
Okay, so how about we go in order? So
Alrighty.
let's start with Julius.
All right. Well, I saw a notice on one of the EQD nightly roundups and was like, "Oh, hey, this looks cool." Sent him in something, and bam, Autumn Breeze.
And funny story about Autumn Breeze. When Julius sent in his audition, the second I heard it, I'm like, you know what? This actually sounds like Autumn Breeze to me. I showed it to Pegasus, and he's like, yeah, that sounds like Autumn Breeze. And Julius sent it in on maybe the first day auditions opened, right?
Yep.
So
I tend to do that.
yeah. It was actually kind of funny because I wanted to have a fair kind of audition thing, but second I heard him, I'm like, yeah, I'm giving him the part.
Never had a chance.
Look, we did listen to all the
Yes,
other ones.
well-
Yeah,
too,
I
but-
did listen to him. I even
Yes.
listened to
I
KJ's
was like,
audition,
oh,
but
that's
I'm
not
like,
Julius.
Oh, I like no hackings in the
Ooh.
chat. Still waiting on that. No hacking. Do you just want to join the podcast now?
I wouldn't mind.
You can, by all means, join us.
joy.
Yeah, no hacking is a voice actor on the project,
us.
so she could.
Join us.
She's going to be
bravo.
funny.
Join us.
Thank you for
let's-
dealing with us.
Okay.
Okay, let's not like freak her out. In fact, she
I
might have
feel
been the
like
one that
adding
left.
her.
Anyway, so
Anyway.
Can I
let's-
just add her? Can I?
No, we have. She has to say.
All
Sure
right.
thing. Oh, okay then. We have a
Only
late edition.
I got it.
I don't know where
I don't know where
it
it
is.
It's everywhere and nowhere at once.
It's somewhere in a warehouse.
solve-
Or
Professor Layton.
Smooth. Very, very smooth.
it's somewhere in a warehouse, and people are kind of
Silky
being
smooth.
kidnapped. You know. Alrighty.
Ring, ring,
Anyways,
ring, ring.
she's
Banana phone.
It's a banana.
Ring, ring, ring. Phone call. Phone call.
Anyway, so how about we move on to since Ikari isn't here anymore.
Well, she
How
just logged back in, so she should be joining us. She might
Oh.
be joining us in a bit. Let me ask.
Ikari?
Yeah.
She'll be back. Yeah, possibly.
Okay, okay. And there we have no fucking a late edition.
I know.
Woo!
Woo!
Yay.
Hello.
I should get her cake.
I'm still waiting on the cake. How are you guys doing?
I'm sorry, I ate all the cake before you got here.
Oh, you.
I stole it. Oh, that's all then.
God damn it, Apple Bloom.
Oh, of course. I don't get the protection.
Are
No,
you an adorable little pony? I don't think so. Now this time I look at you.
I just heard Vinyl Scratch being drunk.
You're drunk. Shut up.
I'm drunk,
stole the
lacking. Go
cake.
home.
I stole the
I swear
cake.
to-
I didn't get my cake smashing cue to Mark.
Did you use the watermelon hammer?
Alright.
Does anyone have an extra cake? I could try that.
The
No.
cake is a lie.
But
Who's
hey,
next?
Lauren, since you're talking, how about you tell us your story? And oh my god, connection problems.
Why?
Oh my
Oh my
gosh.
god, connection problems.
Okay, never mind. So,
Weird.
Have I ever mentioned my extreme distaste for technology?
but if we didn't have technology, we wouldn't have ponies.
If we didn't have technology, we wouldn't have live.
If we didn't have
streaming.
technology, an entire species would be extinct. I find that.
Yeah, I was about to say, technically, I think we'd still have ponies. It's just, not
True.
cartoon
No.
ponies.
I'm not
Everyone knows ponies were modeled after G1.
Technology. You so silly.
All right. So how about we
let's
talk
get her.
about how Lauren got cast? And there's Miss Akari.
Yay!
Hikari, no.
Ooh.
She's online. Let's see if she joined us.
Pressure. Okay. So at the time, I was trying to find some project to be Fluttershy in because I can kind of do Fluttershy good too. But I couldn't find anything, so I was just kind of browsing Equestria Daily like I do. And then in this roundup, it was like shipping and handling audio play, and I was like, whoa, I heard of that before. Never read it. So then I read it, and I was like, whoa, this is cool. I want to do this. So
Is that a real
then,
accent?
then I...
She's from Michigan, so no.
I'm like, I don't recall hearing many people from Michigan with that accent, but okay.
I'm staying in character. Anyway, so...
Yes, you're staying in character while talking about surfing on websites and reading fanfiction.
You don't know her life.
Does that? You don't
I
know.
stole the computer. Anyway.
She's
So
got her
big
internet.
That's why we
community
locked
mark.
you in the barn.
That's to tell them where we're holding these people. God.
Okay, I'll stop the accent if you want me to. Anyway,
Oh no,
so
no, that accent is adorable. I was just curious.
okay, then I won't stop it.
Yay!
Nah,
Oh, stop it.
you make me blush. Anyway, so
Ooh.
so I decided that I'd try out to be April Bloom, which I obviously got the part of, and I tried out to be Ditzy, and then I got rejected, and I was sad. But then I got unrejected
Heather, how could
somehow.
you?
No, I got unrejected, and then I got rejected again after Heather was better than me.
This is a
Rejection
sad
has been
story.
doubled.
Guilt trip. Guilt trip.
Heather, we're gonna have to go out back. We're gonna have a little talk. We're gonna have to have a little talk out back.
Well, you know,
Here,
Lauren, if
TCD,
Heather
take
can't
this
get her
paddle.
lines in,
Hey!
I have 50 Pickerad puzzles reserved for such an occasion.
I'm sorry I made Apple Bloom upset. It's not my fault they picked me. In fact, frankly, I was surprised. But that's another story. Go ahead, Lauren.
Because
Continue.
obviously I was better than you. Anyway,
Treated.
Oh, snap.
Apply cold water directly to the burn.
I hope you brought Burn Heal.
We're all gonna have to go and sit on a meeting about how to treat other voice actors with respect after this. Thanks, guys. We're gonna need
What is this
counseling.
respect you have?
Oh crap.
Oh god. My sides, come back.
oh, I miss breathing.
Okay, so
Midnight
continue.
Dreams, a ditzy off.
A dip?
that's pretty much it. And now I'm here, and it's weird. They're all these people, and they confuse me.
And that's being
Sorry.
yelled at by 3 big Macintoshes.
Yep.
I know how to make you unconfused. Puzzles, and more puzzles. Those always make me unconfused.
There's Apple Bloom abuse in here. I'm locked in a bar.
And you
Saying
said
that.
that.
Abusing
We
Scootaloo.
told you that's for stealing the computer.
Shush! We can't, again, how many times do I have to tell you people? We can't tell you where we're holding them.
Good.
Anyway, okay, so
Need for 3 days.
If you hear any jingling chains, that's just the ghost of Jacob Marley. Don't worry.
he's here early. He's
Because
come to,
Christmas.
I'm sure he's here to haunt TCD for something.
Oh, yeah.
He
That's-
killed me.
Actually,
bad.
those are Santa's sleigh bells. Don't question why he's come here before it's even December.
Anyway.
Please don't.
He's here
Please
to
don't
make
look at
me
the.
out.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Christmas music starts playing on the radios earlier and earlier, so he's confused.
Yes.
He shows up
Oh yeah,
too
I do
early.
believe that's Santa Claus. Isn't that right, Santa Claus? Merry Christmas. Yes, that's
He
everything.
showed up in May last time.
Merry Thanksgiving!
What?
Happy
Back to
Hanukkah.
topic, people.
Okay, let's move on to KJ.
Festivus for the rest of us.
Somebody unlock KJ's shackles so he can talk.
All right.
KJ?
You will regret this.
Right. Same question. Okay.
Same answer.
To be honest, I actually don't remember exactly how I found it. My memory is absolutely terrible.
He's drunk.
But I do know that I found the audio play before I found the fan fiction. So I found the audio play somehow. It just kind of showed up one day. And I said, hey, I have a mic now. I can do this. So I decided I was going to read the fan fiction first because it sounded kind of cool. And then I read it, and chapter 3 came along, and a certain character popped up in the story. And he was kind of freaking awesome, like me. So I said, hey, I could play this guy pretty well. And so I did.
Why don't you give him a sample?
You're obviously talking about Apple Bloom, right?
Shut up, Apple Bloom. Stop taking my spotlight. It's my turn to talk.
Back in the barn.
Wait, no. I wasn't
Way back
finished
in
with
the
my
Slam.
story.
How do you keep getting out?
I told you we had to duct tape the dog door shut.
Well, that's what's holding up our house, so...
It was Pinkie Pie. I swear.
Pinky, how could you?
Pinkie.
You
Pinkie,
always
no.
blame Pinkie Pie.
We all know it was your portal.
We told
Apple
you,
Bloom?
Pinkie Pie doesn't exist. It is a figment of your imagination. Go to sleep.
In the barn.
Okay.
Fun.
Well, KJ, since you're a original,
Oh, sorry.
I forgot to ask this with Julius. Since you're an original voice actor, like, how'd you come up with the voice? And Julius, you can answer this one too, since I forgot.
That's
Who
actually an
sounds
interesting
like Hank?
question because, like, my Watt voice is kind of a blend of several different characters. First, like, the bass was basically Barry Bubble, the male equivalent of Pinkie Pie. And then from there, he's kind of got a little bit of, because he talks so fast, I took some inspiration from Hammy from Over the Hedge, the squirrel who just talks a million miles an hour. So I was like, this is kind of a pony version of Hammy. So added a little bit of that in there. And then he's also got
Now
just
that you mention it, that makes so much sense.
Yeah, he's also got just a twinge of Elder Cunningham from the Book of Mormon. So he's got like a little bit of flamboyance to his voice occasionally. So he's kind of a blend of those three. Or the simple solution is just, I just make my voice go really high, and it kind of does that.
Champlain.
Now, Julius, even though you're kind of just your own voice, how'd you?
Boring.
Shut up. Basically, I heard it and was like, you know what? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even really think that hard about the character and whatnot. I was just like, hey, you know, this guy's legit. He's cool. He's chill. Oh, and so I was like, okay.
Yep.
Hi. I'm Autumn Breeze.
Alrighty.
And Silent and Pegasus Rescue Brigade loved it.
It's like
The rest is history.
I didn't even have a chance.
Yours wasn't tough to decide.
Well,
Funny
then
thing about
let's.
Watt's voice.
Clearly, Autumn Breeze is your Craig Nelson. Craig Nelson.
Well,
What,
okay.
Silent?
Here's the funny story about how we casted KJ. We had like a ton of people auditioning for Autumn Breeze, so I had an Autumn Breeze and Kilowatt Hour audition for KJ, and I didn't notice that it was Kilowatt Hour in the same part, or just the same audio file. So I'm like, just another Autumn Breeze. I'll just throw that over there. So then when I was doing my final checks, before I ended or closed the first auditions, I finally found KJ's version of Kilowatt Hour, and I'm like, "Hey Pegasus, look at this!"
And I freaked out rather considerably upon hearing it.
Dan, that sounds a lot like how we chose ours.
That's
I was just
Sweet mother of Celestia.
Well, how about we move on to Goody, since he's also a character and an original one.
Yes. Well, I
and probably the hardest to cast.
Yes.
Yeah, they took they had a lot of different. There were a few different. It came down like me, like a few other people, I think. But pretty much what I did was when I was looking for like some things to do to get more involved in this fandom with voices and such. I joined on this one other project, the Fall Equestria mod. They weren't really doing much. Then when I saw this, I was like, hey, this may expand a few more horizons from some of the stuff I already do, which was a bunch of kind of like solo projects for my channel where I just read a bunch of silly fan fictions and apply music. And I did a group project with a few friends of mine once. So when I saw this, I was like, ooh, I read this story. I loved it. It really kept me, gave me something to do when I was at work broadcasting games. I work at a radio station. But I saw some of the parts, and I was just like, I'm just going to do the same thing that I did for the Fallout Equestria mod. I'm just going to apply for all the male parts and just see what happens. And I really felt that I had a really good connection with Candy Floss, because he's like this he's a kind-hearted person, but pony rather, but has this aura of intimidation about him that just kind of says, hey, don't screw with me, seriously. And my old boss at work had that really too, and I was just like, if I channel that just right, I can kind of get that. And I got the part, and it's probably the only difficult part was maintaining a nice, lighthearted, calm-sounding voice that tells that I am in charge, but making sure that things still get done, etc., etc. And it's been a lot of fun working so far. We're getting a lot of things done, but there was one other part that I wasn't necessarily expecting to get. I was just
That's right.
some of these people already know what's coming here. I was going through, and I was like, hey, there's no part for Madame LaFleur yet, and I'm already on a recording spree. Let's try it out. So I
let's
just
give
scroll
him the
down.
voice.
So I scroll down the lines, and I'm just like, oh, my dear brave Sir Lancelot. Oh, my. And I auditioned for Madame LaFleur, and Monsieur Silent gave me the part, and so now I am the Princess Madame LaFleur in
You
Chapter
sound
7.
like Consuela.
Oh no, I know.
Monsieur Superman, no here.
Needs more flour.
No, you get.
It's more lemon pledge.
We need more lemon pledge. It's funny because I'm perfect.
Miss Madame LaFleur is not here.
Are from Family Guy.
Another funny story about that part, though. Goody sent that in, so I listened to it, and this is another part that was like, Goodius, you have the part. And Goody's like, please tell me you're kidding.
Because it almost worked in a backwards sort of way, because I don't know, I expected that Madame LaFleur, being a sack of flour, would probably not have the girliest voice in the first place. So the pseudo girly that an actual male with a deep voice produces somehow works really well for her. So
But I remember when I sent in the audition, I'm just like, it'll just give him a laugh. It'll just give Silent Pegasus a laugh. They probably got all this crap on their plate, sorting through all this auditions and everything. But then I checked back on Skype, and Silent says something like, oh, sorry, I just got back from laughing my ass off on the floor. I was like, what? He's like, at your LaFleur audition, Goodius, I think you pretty much got this. I'm like, oh, that is magnificent. I cannot wait.
I still hear.
Well, Gucci is. I think we've all learned a lesson. Never audition for a part if you really don't want it.
Wait, because I think in the something I sent Silent in one of my parts for an upcoming chapter was, I was like, I like this. Just have like the most lowest.
I actually have the sound file for that.
Anyway.
I want that sound file.
And okay, and yes, we. Alrighty.
So how did Noah King get cast as Vinyl?
Because she is Vinyl.
I don't
She's
get it.
Vinyl?
And hey, KJ, we're the hosts of this, Mister.
Well,
Someone's on a
Viewer
Back into your
question.
shackles.
Oh, look at that high horse. Get it? Because ponies.
Hi, Pony. So should I not answer the question then?
You
No,
can answer
apparently
the
they
question.
don't want you.
You. I was supposed to ask it.
All right. Oh, I was on DeviantArt and someone messaged me with the thing and they were like, "Hey, you should audition for this." And I went and took a look at it and I was like, "Oh, okay, sure. Why not?" You know, I only read the chapter that Vinyl was in and then I did the audition. And then I got it. Oh, wait, no, I didn't audition. I think I was really busy that week and I was like, I
Just walked
don't
in and
think
said,
I am.
"Hey, I'm Noah King," and we're like, "You're right."
It doesn't work that way.
You're right. You are Noah King.
No, but I didn't actually
Good
audition. I remember now
mistake.
because I was really busy that week with like school or something, and I was like, "Hey, I don't have time to audition, but if you want, I could send you like I was in this thing called Epic Wub Time, and so I sent him that, and he was like, "Okay."
Yeah, that obscure animation that I'm sure no one here has seen.
Yeah, no one here
No.
has seen
No one
Epic
has
Wub
seen it.
Time or the
So
multiple
technically, Vinyl is an original
remixes.
voice too.
You know, it's not. It's not like we didn't, show that in the middle of an amphitheater.
Wubba dub dub, my basing your subs.
Sweet. And just a heads up, I can only be here for like 10 more minutes because I'm studying for a big test tomorrow.
That is perfectly fine. We just wanted to hear your story.
That's just my story.
And now you know the
And she's
rest
sticking
of
to
the
it.
story.
now you know.
I think we have
okay.
some requests for Noah King.
Oh, what's up?
Epic base time is what they wanted to say.
Just before you go, so
Sure. All right. I don't want to blow out the mic. I'm gonna move it away a little bit. Epic base time. There you go.
there we go. Well, thanks to No Whacking, for just hearing your story. I figured, I was like, let's get some of your stories in here.
No
I
problemo.
suggested it.
Yes.
All right,
And then
and
we
so I
have
need to
also.
call now is Midnight Dreams.
Now I think we shouldn't have too many more people in here, just in case, because it gets crazy.
Well, I'm gonna leave, so if you want, you can kick me out, and she or
Yeah,
he
you can leave whenever.
You can leave whenever.
Have a great night, guys.
Noah King.
See
You
you.
know, okay.
Thank you for
Thanks
joining.
Bye.
Nice talking to you.
Have
As
a
well.
great
Now that
night.
we've lost the last credible thing we have.
Alrighty. Okay, so we got her. Who is Midnight Dreams?
He is the voice actor of Dizzy's old boss and
Discord.
Discord and Crafty Crate.
Alrighty.
Wait, I'm
three things?
No,
Yeah.
Discord.
Multiplying when you're not looking.
Ditsy's boss
What's going
and
on?
Crafty Crate is the same thing.
Oh, okay.
Oh crap!
I
yeah,
just
that
don't
makes
usually
sense.
call him by that name, but whatever.
Good evening, every pony. It's Discord here. Here
Hi,
with
Discord.
the cast. Oh my
let me
God.
check for that.
Well, then, how did you get into the project?
I got into the project. I was just surfing on Equestria Daily, and I wanted to become involved with some community project, and I saw this posted on a nightly roundup, the shipping and handling radio play, and I was like, let's take a look at this. Read the first chapter and gave Silent. I haven't even figured out how to say his name yet.
Silent
Matt
Orion
Orion
Icon.
Icon.
It is pronounced
yeah.
silent.
I gave Silent an audition starting off for Ditsy's boss, and it all just went from there. He needed a Discord, hopped in, did a Discord. He says, "Hey, you got that one too?" I was like, "I'll take it. Why not?"
Yay.
And that is pretty much the end of my story.
Oh, did I miss the story?
Oh yeah, you told me.
Yeah.
You totally missed a story. I can't believe it.
Well, I guess that's all the voice actors.
Well, thanks for putting me on. This is
No
fantastic.
problem.
Can I just have one disc thing? Because I missed because my stupid connection dropped out. Please?
Yeah, it's okay.
Oh.
CP, double C. What the heck? Okay. Unless we want to talk about me, I can just skip me though.
Oh yeah, we could like do you.
Yeah,
as
you
a
are
voice
kind
actor.
of the main character.
Oh yeah, whoops.
Just a little bit.
Well,
I was
could be
hoping
a
to
main
hear.
character
She should be
if
the
I
main
wanted to be.
Ditzy who?
I don't know. There's like
I
some
was
gray matter on
uninformed of
the
this.
front of the cover or something.
I want to hear
I
the two
know,
ditzy
swag.
voice actors go at it.
Okay.
Discord joins call and everyone starts lagging.
Oh, I can make my story short. It's because of Julius that he brought me in. So
Yeah, I'm the one that asked Julius, just saying, "Hey, Julius, do you know any girl voice actors that would be interested? Because we are very
And I
short
was like,
on
as a
girl
matter of
VAs."
fact,
What?
A brony project short on girls.
You-
Imagine that.
Yes.
yes.
Yeah, with Ditzy Doo being the largest role by far, we just wanted to have a wide enough range of auditions to make sure that we got somebody who really sounded good, because she's going to be speaking very frequently in every chapter.
And I guess we should have looked harder, considering.
We still only had two. I guess everyone was too intimidated to audition because
of how
it
big
was
the
such a
role was.
huge role. I mean, we had some, but we didn't have as many as we did for most of the other larger roles in the.
I tried
audio.
auditioning for Ditzy, but they didn't even let me.
I know, right?
I can't imagine
This
why.
is discrimination.
well, Julius came to me to actually audition for Trixie, because I've done Trixie in Turnabout Storm the Other Side, and in Know Your Mare. And
Had one other project that we are not at liberty to speak of at the moment.
yes, one other project. You just will have to wait for that one. And I was like, sure, I'll do that. It's like, oh, hey, you guys still need a Ditzy? Like, for fun, they told me it's like I could sort of do Ditzy. I was like, I'll audition. I'll see. I was actually very surprised because I really didn't think it was that good. And then I made the mistake of auditioning for Diamond Tiara and Silver Spoon.
And got both of those roles.
Yeah.
Look at her hair.
Let me hear you have a conversation with yourself.
Never.
Do it.
I'm already going to be doing that.
I do that all the time.
But yeah, so
Yeah, I totally do that too.
You mean to
Isn't
say
that
you've
right,
never had a
Julius?
conversation with yourself?
I
Why
only
would you have a
do it
conversation with yourself?
Dragon
That would be
Ball Z
absurd.
abridged
No, that
voices.
means-
The best conversations I've ever had are with myself.
And so I got the part of Ditzy Doo.
And a
This-
good ditzy do you are.
This is my Ditzy Doo. Hello, every pony.
Hi, Ditzy.
Yes, love to have my newest employee.
You sound
You're fine,
creepy.
ditzy.
You sound kind of creepy right now.
I'm not going
I
to
was
say what I
gonna
said
be
earlier.
Ditzy.
Yes, you're a
Wasn't.
thirsty birdie, Mr. Feathers, aren't you?
Yes, you're a very thirsty birdie, aren't you, Mr. Feathers? No! I can help you two today.
Yay, someone likes my Ditzy
Mr.
voice.
Feathers.
You really like that bird, huh?
I can have my hobbies too, Mr. Breeze.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
that was a long question, so I think we should move on. Because we kind of basically got, like how they came up with the voices, two at the same time. Well, I think we should ask the standard question of who's your favorite pony? And even your
Twilight
favorite.
Sparkle.
Okay, there we go. We got one.
It's pretty
Hold
obvious for me and Gudius.
Rarity.
Now, is it main
Speaking
six
of
or
which,
is
I've
it
got a
anything goes?
picture I might want
Anything
to change it to.
goes.
Rarity is best rarity.
Yep.
It's gotta be Derpy.
Yay!
Blasphemy.
Oh my gosh, Derpy. I need more Derpy in season 3. I don't know what's going on.
Oh my
I have not
god!
seen much of her yet.
I know.
I know.
Not
I'm
counting
shaking.
me.
I hope she's in
Not
tomorrow's
counting
episode.
me. I am the best pony, of course.
Well, you're the
But
best Apple Bloom voice.
I was like the only person who tried it out.
And you're just so good
And
at
it
it.
goes
Does
by
it
the
matter? You
best.
sound just like her.
You're so cute. I'll hug your voice.
I would hug that voice.
I'm fairly certain that is impossible.
I would hug Rarity.
Oh, I
Okay.
bet
Hug
you would.
elusive.
All right,
Yes.
so
It's
KJ,
Moon Calvary.
who's
Right.
your favorite
There's just a
pony?
there's a lot of inside jokes going on right now.
Yeah.
They're confusing everyone.
Hey,
Yeah.
stuff.
Silent
you
the
really
one-
cute
Silent
with
Hill.
that voice.
So let's move on. Who wants to go next for their favorite pony?
Rarity.
Silent just said his. It is Rarity.
Rarity.
Already
Yes,
went.
sir!
Well, if you include background characters, probably Vinyl. If you're going with just main 6, this is going to sound really weird, but I honestly can't choose a favorite because every time I try to, I think about what all the others would think if they knew that I said that it was someone else.
Yeah, you'd just be guilt tripped.
Violence, lots of violence.
Exactly. I literally, my mind goes turns into one of them, and they start guilt tripping me into picking
Why?
them, and then all the other ones team up on me inside of my head.
Why?
It's really weird.
Why wouldn't you choose me?
You're not a
You
main
want to know who
What?
truly is best pony?
They're
Everybody.
Back
very
violence
choosing
matter.
shy because the distaste of the others is actually bearable.
Well, Discord is best Conquest.
As for me, my favorite pony is definitely Shining Armor.
Thank you. Twily!
New evil comes. Throw my life at it.
I told you, Cadence.
He's just
I
awesome
only
like
like
that.
ham on my sandwiches.
He sees a problem. What's he do?
No
He throws his
mayonnaise.
wife at it.
I hate mayonnaise.
When a wild Pokemon appears, he throws his wife at it, and then he throws a Pokeball.
This is the most uncouth chat I have ever been in.
Well, you should have seen our first one.
Oh, yes, I must agree.
Uncouth.
Yes.
Can anything just be plain
Oh, why,
Yes,
yes, of course.
And now apparently everybody talks fancy.
And now it's time for tea.
Yes,
very
why?
Yeah, a spot of tea. I would like a spot of tea.
Quiet, quiet.
Yes, yes,
I
of
dare
course.
say.
Crumpets.
Does
This
anybody have a scone?
Okay, we should probably get back on topic.
is what I put my absolute.
Yeah,
Yes.
might be a good idea.
Discord joins. Everybody
Good idea.
derails.
That's very good idea.
So
Did I choose
who hasn't said who their favorite pony is?
Me?
Who's your favorite pony?
It's pretty
Mine
obvious.
should be pretty apparent by my Skype picture and the pony that I wrote a 94,000 word story about. And yeah,
Clearly,
Derpy.
Autumn
So
Breeze.
Twilight.
No, it's obviously snails.
Why, thank you.
and if you're gonna ask me which is my favorite among the main 6, I'm gonna say none of them because they cannot possibly hope to compare to the wonder that is Derpy. So
All hail the derby.
I'm second, right? Because I'm awesome.
Back in the barn.
No, I took
Lock
so
the
much
door
work.
this time.
I found the hole that y'all dug out of. Now get back in there.
Too big for you to handle on your own.
You got a lot of apples. Just fill the hole with apples.
Fill old
Should
apples.
I be
Apple
calling
jack.
somebody about this kind of child abuse? All engineered
Jokes on
apple
you,
firework. Because she is friends with my daughter.
That is true. I didn't even think about
And my
We need to
daughter's
call-
not here right now.
It would seem that we need to call Philly Protection Services.
It's not abuse if it's just a blank.
Ah, not the
Who let the
FPA
guy with
again.
the top hat on the property?
FPS.
Get the shotgun.
Run!
Fancy pants. Get off the property.
Okay, let's get back on topic. All right.
Yup.
There was a topic.
Nope.
We were okay. So, any more questions? TCD, do you have one?
Just right to know.
Was that a Bill
Apparently
Cosby
something about-
voice?
Apparently,
Yes.
it
Speaking
sounded
of
like
Bill
someone
That
wanted
was
to discuss something
fantastic.
about Jello pudding.
Wait,
Oh, yeah, it's Bill Cosby.
Everyone speaking-
Jello pudding.
wait, silent. What?
Okay, speaking of Bill Cosby, there's going to be a little Bill Cosby skit in the actual story when it broadcasts. It'll be in chapter 5, so watch out for that.
Yes, a certain line has been modified from the original version for the pleasure of the viewing public.
How wonderful.
Pegasus was so resilient against this, but I made it work.
You got a fantastic Cosby. I'll give you that.
Thank you.
And I'll bet you he's white.
I am. I'm actually part Mexican, but I'm mostly white.
Hey, hey, Brohoof, half Mexican over here.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna send it to you in the chat, and there we go.
So TCD, you're saying?
I feel very white
Well, I'm
now.
a fourth
Thank you.
Saiyan.
There's an overdose of Caucasian.
Be careful, there's some white people in the audience.
Oh man.
Yo, Daniel, I think you and I are the only two white people at this concert.
Hey man, I gotta cut you so bad. You gonna wish no cut you so bad.
I have no idea what this.
Those are some bad roasts.
Is anyone else here?
Okay, let's get back on topic.
Yeah, right.
Stop it! I will have
Stop
TCD
it.
scream in your ears, and he will enjoy it.
Hey, I have a question.
Everyone, can we get back on topic, please?
I have a question.
Rarity.
What's the question?
What's your favorite pony location, or what pony location would you like to see? In
Carousel Boutique.
Of course.
Sweet Apple Acres.
I think probably Cloudsdale, because the Pegasi in general are my favorite. So when Derpy's not around, I typically like everything pertaining to the rest of them: Rainbow, Fluttershy, Scootaloo, Spitfire.
Why are all the best
etc.
ponies
Flitter,
Pegasi?
Cloud Chaser,
What about Soren?
Rumble.
Soren's okay.
Bye.
I'm braverning for pie right now. Ooh. Ooh.
Probably.
Oh God.
You saved it.
Hey, can the host also answer this one? I already did, but TCD and Joe.
What is
Oh, I thought.
Oh, what's the question again? Remind me.
What's your favorite place in Equestria?
Equestria.
I'm just
Hey,
gonna.
Dodge
Tartarus.
Junction was
I'm going
pretty
to say
good.
Tartarus.
You haven't even
Tartarus.
been there yet.
So wait, you want to go to equestrian
It
hell?
exists, though.
Philadelphia?
Hilarious.
Yes,
And I already said Sweet Apple Acres, because Applejack is best pony.
Yeah. Honestly, though, I'm kind of a city boy, so I went. I'm kind of a city boy. I'm kind of a city boy, so I wouldn't mind Manhattan so much. I don't think.
Plus, Bab Seed is from there, so.
What we gonna do?
No spoilers! I haven't seen season 3 yet!
Yeah!
Sorry.
Shut up.
Hey, Bab.
Spoiler alert, Babs
ponies.
is actually a girl.
No.
I would be interested to see Saddle Arabia.
Saddle Arabia.
That's only been mentioned in the preview.
Or how about Seattle?
Arabian nights like Arabian days.
San
Francisco. I'm sitting here. I am
Either that or
sitting here.
Vancouver.
I am
You
sitting
know
here
my
trying to think.
favorite place in Equestria? The outside of this barn.
Wherever they have.
You're not
apple-
coming out until you have mapped every single crevice and crack within that barn.
Wherever they store
Oh.
apple
And licked it.
Applejack, go get the asphalt.
Bring me some Appaloosan comfort.
We
Beg
need
your
more
pardon?
duct tape.
I need 3 bottles of Applejack. Applejack.
Oh god.
Oh, we got messed up tonight.
Applejack Daniels.
Applejack Daniels.
Anyway, so, okay. Any more questions? Joe, GCD, do you have one?
Yeah, why didn't we get to pick our best ponies?
We'll pick your best pony. Well,
And the silence happens.
Since you were the one to make the suggestion, you go first, TCD.
I was joking.
go ahead. It's too late. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
He's
ahead.
not really.
Don't make
Peer
it
pressure. Do it.
Come on.
Come on,
Do it.
Just do it, you wimp.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Wimp. You wimp.
Do it.
You brought it up.
Yes, I am. Thank you for noticing.
You brought it up, so you get to answer it.
What are you, a chicken?
Possibly.
No, he's a dictionary.
Wait, I know how to call a chicken now. Yup. I'm not gonna say so.
Did you just mock me?
Well, he is the Scootaloo of this group.
That is true. TCD is the Scootaloo of this group.
So I've been told.
Scootaloo's
But
Canadian?
no,
Technically, yes.
yes, we have now determined that Scootaloo is Canadian. It's officially canon. Let's move on. No. My favorite, I believe you can clearly tell from my picture, Moneyball. No, I'm screwing around.
Ball.
It would actually be, I'd actually have to say Sweetie Belle.
Yes.
With
Yes.
of the main six, I'm going to have to say Pinkie Pie, tied with Rarity.
Yes.
Yes.
By Sweetie Belle, you meant Apple Bloom, right?
Barn.
Like me, Apple.
Back in the barn with you.
I think you mispronounced
Oh,
it.
I hate to she keep getting
How
out.
do you keep getting out?
Yes, I believe I mispronounced. I believe I mispronounced backhoof. If you don't get back in the barn.
I will
Big
bear
Macintosh.
slap you.
Okay, so Joe, what is your favorite? Who is your favorite pony, or ponies?
Well, first season, Fluttershy. Second season, Pinkie Pie.
Awesome.
Fascinating.
Yo, Big Mac.
Yay.
Oh yes, quite.
I have a question for Big Mac over there.
Which one?
Any of them.
Okay,
Would you like
The
Bob
one
Whip?
that hurts me the least.
Oh, hey, Joe. I think I know your favorite place you'd like to see in the show, Salt Lake City.
hey!
That was a mighty good choice.
That is my new answer now too. Man.
Brilliant. How is that a thing?
Better than Detroit.
How is that not a thing?
City,
Nope,
my
it is
Mormon
now going to be in my next fanfiction, if I ever
Anyways,
write one.
Roy, would you like to borrow my whip for Apple Bloom?
Hey,
I'll
no,
take.
no Philly
Wow.
here. Otherwise, I will kick some butt.
I'll sing Babsy
No
and
abuse,
give
but
y'all
scoot
heart
abuse.
attacks.
That flank.
I think that was a request, actually.
Oh snap! It was request. Now I gotta do it.
But we will move on to
That's serious,
that in a little bit.
Awkward silence.
Okay.
Awkward.
That's because
All right,
we're all
so-
Apple Bloom to sing.
Has it
Well
been a
then,
little
should
bit?
we just move on to like general questions?
Yeah, probably.
Sure.
Ooh, I got a question.
All right.
Question.
Guys?
What is y'all favorite song from Ponies?
Ooh.
Also,
Cannon?
for the chat, you guys can also ask your questions and we will answer them.
Oh,
Becoming
man.
popular, hands down.
I have to say for me it's tied between becoming popular and Smile. Oh man.
Smile.
Smile was
Do songs
fantastic.
from season 3 count?
But
I didn't.
Yeah.
No, because they were all terrible.
No musical spoilers. No musical spoilers.
Well then, cover your ears and we'll tell you when it's done.
how will we
Said
tell
cover
him
your
when it's
ears,
done?
not do the
Yeah.
annoying noises.
I'm either between when to wrap up or Bab Seed, to be honest with you. I really liked Bab
Same.
Seed.
Bad seed, bad.
Okay, TCD.
Don't actually sing it. Don't actually sing it. TCD is here.
I will find you.
Bad seed.
I will
what
find you
good
and
seed.
punish you.
He hates musicals. He hates musicals.
Drop him
Other
from the
Big
call
Macs,
for a
if she
minute.
says
You
Babsie's
really
name
need
3
to go
times,
and
it's like
watch it.
Beetlejuice.
Okay, so who's
First
Lauren?
one.
What's your favorite song?
I'm gonna pass that question to somebody. I don't know.
You're the one who brought it up. You gotta answer.
You're
let
the
you out of the bar.
cutie mark crusaders.
The quest of
Not gonna make me sing that.
We'll do the singing at the requests in a little bit.
Yay!
Now everyone's gonna request
I know it's
it.
I give up. If someone wants to spoil song, go.
My favorite song would be either the Success song or German Hush Now Quiet Now.
German hush now.
It's
Oh.
tricky.
Watch
I like
out, we
to
got a
imagine
bad
it's
flank
just-
over here.
that even Fluttershy is yelling that.
Now.
Watch out, we got a
not
blank
yell
flank over
the German
here.
language.
Okay, KJ, what's your favorite song?
Probably Smile. Pretty sure.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Pegasus.
What?
Sure,
I
sure.
think. I don't know. Probably either. No, I know what it is. The Flim Flam Brothers song.
I was just gonna say that because Derpy's in it.
Derpy's in
No.
that one 5 times.
Exactly.
Even putting Derpy aside, that's just the nature of that song makes me.
It's so catchy.
Yes.
Now, Julius, did you say your song?
No, I have not yet.
What's your favorite?
I would. God. Dang it, Daniel Ingram.
Why are you so good at making music?
Why are they so
Sweet.
catchy?
Perfecto.
I'd have to say
Darn
it's a
you,
tie
Daniel
between
Ingram.
in Love is in Bloom and Babseed.
Oh God, I forgot about Loves and
Wait,
Yeah, Loves in Bloom.
I changed my mind. I like This Day Aria too.
Oh yeah, that too.
There's 2
Okay.
Pretty much any of the season 2 finale songs.
Dan.
Yeah.
How about you go next?
Favorite songs from the show. Okay. Well, I will have to agree. I really enjoyed Babseed. And one of my songs that I listen to in the car these days is the Babseed remix by Assertive.
Yes.
But that's not technically from the show, but I still really like Babseed. But all time, and I find myself singing it sometimes and people staring at me funny in my choir class. But I don't care. I got them singing it and they have no idea what it is. Smile, so.
Sounds like me when I'm DJing.
I recommend the Babseed JB's Bath Seat remix.
I will have to look that up
what?
after this.
What about JB?
No, that's
Okay, let's Silent, you already said yours.
The good
I believe.
JB, right?
Wait, what are we talking about?
oh. I tried
Some
off.
pony.
By JB, you do mean
Jack Bauer.
Jawbreaker.
Jack Black.
So
Some
Roy,
pony.
Jack Black.
what is your favorite?
Jawbreakers.
What is your favorite?
Hiya, day! I'm a woodpecker!
God.
I'm a gazelle. Oink.
It's a giraffe.
It's a giraffe.
I
So
can't
let's
sleep,
finish
Eddie.
the
I
rest of
keep
the song
thinking, how
questions, and then
can
we
shoes
move-
smell if they don't have any noses?
Anyway,
Did anybody hear me? I don't think so.
Yes,
get
we hear
Let's
you.
get through this one, then we could answer a few more questions, and then request time.
Woo.
Sorry, what was the
Oh
question?
gosh.
I think mine is a tie between This Day Aria, Love is in Bloom, and every song that was not in the season opener for 3. I hated
Okay.
those songs.
Those were cool.
Really liked we got to get this right.
Hipster.
Whatever.
And who else has not?
I think everyone said it.
I haven't.
Oh.
I haven't.
No one cares.
We're the
about
hosts.
Joe.
Yeah, we're the hosts.
We're
We
the
can't really-
hosts.
Do you
We
want
don't
the
get
host?
to answer questions.
Yeah, we don't get to answer questions unless people
Or we could
demand.
ask, live stream audience, do you give a flying crap what the hosts like?
Yeah. Do you want the host to answer anything?
Audience, what? What are you doing there,
No!
audience?
Steven will sue us for copyright.
Yes,
how-
yes, much crap.
They give
Okay.
much crap.
You know how
So much crap.
yours.
Well, apparently they do. So let's start with
Sincerely yours.
Joe, since he brought it up.
Alrighty. Well, it's
Kind of a hard choice for me. I really like Winter Wrap Up because it was the first song that really stuck with me from the series, as would be with a lot of people. I very much like season 1, episode 26. Best night ever.
That's a good one.
At the gala.
At the gala, that's it.